There is something your dog does for you that they do not do for everyone else. Not for every person who feeds them, nor for every visitor who scratches behind their ears. Not even for every person they like. Just for the one human their nervous system has quietly chosen. And most owners feel it before they understand it. They notice the different greeting. The way their dog searches for them in a crowded room. The way one look, one voice, or one hand reaching down seems to change the dog's entire body. But they explain it too simply. They call it habit. They call it affection. They call it loyalty. The truth is deeper than that. Dogs do not give their most meaningful behaviors to everyone. They reserve certain signals for the person who has become their safest place, their emotional anchor, and the center point of their world. So, let us talk about 5 things dogs do only for their favorite human. 1. They check for you before they relax. Watch your dog in a room full of people. They may move around. They may greet others. They may accept attention, food, or play. But every so often, something subtle happens. Their eyes find you. A quick glance across the room. A tiny pause before they settle. A moment of checking where you are before they go back to what they were doing. Most owners miss this because it looks too small to matter. But in canine behavior, that glance is not random. It is social referencing. Your dog is using you as the emotional reference point for the environment. If you are calm, the room feels safer. If you are still there, the situation remains manageable. If your face and body say there is no threat, their nervous system begins to quiet down. This is why your dog may be friendly with other people, but still keep looking back at you. They are not asking permission. They are confirming the position of the person their brain trusts most. That little glance is not nothing. It is your dog saying, "As long as I can find you, I can relax." Tfo. They give you the full body greeting. There is a difference between a dog who is happy to see someone and a dog whose whole body changes because you walk through the door. With other people, the tail may wag, the ears may lift, there may be excitement. But with their favorite human, the greeting often becomes almost impossible to contain. The tail pulls the hips with it. The shoulders loosen. The body curves towards you. Some dogs spin. Some bounce. Some produce that full body wiggle that looks as though joy has traveled from their nose all the way to the end of their tail. That movement is more than excitement. It is the nervous system releasing tension. When you leave, your dog's world does not end, but something important is missing from it. The person who regulates the house, the routine, the safety, the emotional temperature has gone. So, when you return, your dog is not simply pleased. Their body is resetting. The full body greeting says, "The center is back." That is why the greeting feels different with you, because it is different. Your dog is not performing happiness. They are showing you what relief looks like when it moves through an entire body. 3. They bring you their vulnerability. A dog can bring a toy to anyone. They can roll over for attention. They can sit beside a stranger if the stranger seems kind enough. But there are certain vulnerable moments they save for the person they trust most. They fall deeply asleep beside you. They turn their back to you. They press their body against yours without asking for anything. They let out a long sigh and let their muscles soften in your presence. These are not dramatic behaviors, which is exactly why they matter. In the animal world, vulnerability is expensive. A relaxed body is a risk. A turned back is a risk. Deep sleep is a risk. Every ancient survival system inside your dog understands that being defenseless near the wrong creature can be dangerous. So when your dog chooses to be defenseless near you, their body is making a statement their mouth never could. They are saying, "I do not need to guard myself here." This is one of the clearest signs of favored human attachment. Not the loud moments, not the obvious excitement. The quiet surrender. The dog who curls beside you and finally exhales. The dog who rests their head on your foot. That is not laziness. That is not just comfort. That is trust becoming physical. And once you understand it, those small sleepy moments start to feel different. Because your dog is not simply resting near you. They are allowing you to see the softest version of them. 4. They study your movements before you make them. If you are your dog's favorite human, they often seem to know what you are about to do before you do it. You shift slightly on the sofa and they lift their head. You take one particular breath, and they know you are getting up. You reach for a certain pair of shoes, and they understand the whole story before you have touched the door. It can feel almost supernatural, but it is not magic. It is attention. Dogs are extraordinary readers of human micro-movements. They learn the tiny sequences that come before meaningful events. The glance towards the hallway, the change in your walking pace, the way your hand moves when you are leaving, feeding them, going to bed, or preparing for a walk. But they do not study everyone with the same intensity. They study the person who matters most because that person controls the emotional map of their day. Your routine becomes their routine. Your patterns become their predictions. Your movements become the language they learn to read fluently. This is why your dog may ignore another person walking around the house, but immediately respond when you move. Your movement carries meaning. To them, you are not just someone in the room. You are the one whose smallest signals explain what happens next. While you are living your ordinary life, your dog is building a private dictionary of you. Not because they are obsessive, because understanding you helps them feel safe. 5. They choose you when they are uncertain. This may be the most important sign of all. When something strange happens, a noise outside, a new object in the room, a visitor at the door, watch where your dog looks. Many dogs will look at the thing first. That is instinct. But a dog who is deeply bonded to you will often look back at your face before deciding what to do next. They are asking a silent question. Are we safe? Your response becomes information. If your body stays relaxed, their alarm lowers. If your voice remains calm, they begin to settle. If you move confidently, they follow that confidence. This does not mean your dog thinks you are perfect. It means their brain has collected enough evidence over time to trust your judgment. Every calm response, every safe walk, every moment where they were unsure and you helped them through it has built a case inside their mind. They return to you. That is why being your dog's favorite human is not really about who gives the most treats or who uses the sweetest voice. Those things matter, but they are not the foundation. The foundation is safety repeated until it becomes belief. Your dog chooses their favorite human through thousands of ordinary moments. The way you come home, the way you touch them, the way you stay predictable, the way your presence makes difficult things easier to survive. And once they have chosen you, it shows up everywhere. In the glance across the room, in the greeting that takes over their whole body, in the deep sleep beside you, in the way they read your smallest movements, in the way they look for your face when the world feels uncertain. None of those things are random. They are the evidence of a bond your dog has been showing you every day in the only language they have. So, the next time your dog looks back to find you, presses against your leg, follows one tiny movement you did not even realize you made, or settles beside you with that long, heavy sigh, do not brush it off as ordinary. To your dog, it is not ordinary. It is the way they say, out of everyone, I choose you. And if you are the person your dog has chosen, that is not a small thing. That is one of the quietest, purest compliments an animal can give. And if this made you think of your own dog, then you already know this bond is not small. So, before you leave, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, what does your dog do that makes you feel chosen? Because the more we understand our dogs, the better we become for them.